Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. So this film was recommended to me as like the scariest film ever, which is not. That title goes to The Problem Child 2, that scene with the long nose. Holy shit, the tension building, the dark scenery, the face, the scream, holy shit, that is scary. But it's very similar to Grave Encounters, which is like a group of people making a horror TV show and going investigating haunted places. So the film starts from these two goofballs just clowning around in the Gonjiam Haunted Asylum near the 402 room, which it's a horror film. You know that room is like the scariest thing ever. So they're laughing, clowning around, and they hear something, and the camera starts lagging. And holy shit, it went from like being super loud, like annoying, laughing, to like quiet and lagging, and we can't see. And it stops on like this frame, which at first I laughed because it was just like a square, like grayish, blackish cube, and I was like, do you see the ghost? It's like, no shit, there's no ghost. But then I saw the eyes. Holy shit. But it sadly just cuts off there, and we cut to a commercial. But it's the TV show hosted by this guy. So the guy is from Squid Games, the cop dude, so that's very interesting. They use questionable artistic choices. So he talks about place having like these crazy theories, how it was built on graves, and there was like people torturing in there and all kinds of weird shit. So the main squad is called Horror Times, and it consists of 3 main dudes, and then they invite this other dude and 3 girls. And first I was confused. It's a popular group. Why are they inviting like random people just to like join them? The show is fake, which understandable. All of these like type of shows are fake. They're done for entertaining. And they succeed at that. And they invite people just to like scare them and get more genuine reactions because they don't know it's fake. They come in as like, holy shit, we're gonna see ghosts. So their plan is to air everything live, and their goal is to reach 1 million views, and they think they will get $500,000 for 1 million views. What kind of fantasy are you living? That means one view, one single click on the video is 50 cents. How? What the fuck? I would just be like watching the video non-stop just to make a living out of it. What? The girls are surprised that they will open the 402 door, which is like the main goal. What's the point of going there if you're not planning to open that door? I'm kind of impressed how many unique shots they can do and still stay in that like found footage type. They have interesting drone shots. They have like the spinning camera that decides who will open the door. And at first I was thinking I will catch them using like shots of camera where cameras are not actually, but not, they're fine. I see cameras everywhere, all good. And they have like random shots of like them jumping into the water. I don't know how does that have to do with anything with the plot, but yeah, sure. So they arrive at this place, and I love that the film mentions that it's illegal just to go into a random ass building. So they park their car far away and they hike. So they set up this huge tent, and some people go to set up the cameras. So nice of the ghost to just like ignore them until they start like properly filming the show. Honestly, I kind of want to be a part of the show. I don't know, it seems like a fun place to just like hang around with friends, film some interesting stuff, you know? Even knowing they will all die in like the most horrific way possible. So it's 4 a.m. now, and you know the ghosts start working only then. And the main guy will stay at the tent managing the live stream and just checking up on them, while everyone else will go in with like cameras pointing at POV shot and their face. And they already are pissing their pants because they hear like a siren in the distance. My man, they're definitely not for you. Like, you're in the middle of the woods. Nobody gives a shit about you. There's nowhere lights to be seen. There's no civilization. I usually hate when in found footage they mess a lot with the camera, like shaking it a lot and like blurring and having like blood on the lenses. But I love this effect where they just like freeze, because like we're technically watching a live stream, and it's so nice to just like have that moment where it freezes and you don't know if when it unfreezes there's gonna be like a huge jump scare. So I like when there is a lot of things to watch, especially in this like wide shot, but that's the reason why I usually watch it dubbed. I like to like focus on like a very small details and try to like find like people running around in the dark, something like changing, to like scare myself, to build tension. Even I know they're not gonna put effort into like changing a little like book in the corner, but I still try to like see them. But while like there's dubbed and people are talking, like I have to focus on reading, and yeah, I will like notice if like something like huge jumps on the screen, but I can't see what it's in like a small corner. Or if I focus on that small corner detail and they're talking, I won't be able to read it, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. So the first little jump scare is with this door closing. And I love that it explores more of the like the show being fake, because everything is like so scripted. From like the smallest details, they will see like a picture, know a script and what they're gonna say. Like they exaggerate their emotions and they feel like almost happy, even though like they saw like fucking ghost action and they're like, oh, let's go. Like it feels like they're running around this place like a kid in a Disneyland. Why would you run in heels in the middle of like abandoned building where there's like glass and shit with like heavy and expensive equipment? No shit, you will trip and like fucking slash your knee. So people walk into the like bathtub looking place, and at first I thought the reaction is like super duper fake, but now when I see the head with the hair, yeah, okay, it's pretty scary. Probably the person that set up this camera did this. So they also set up this ritual with strings, and holy shit, how do you manage to do that? It would take so long to do that. So they try to summon a ghost that jingles these bells. But they just like the squad scares the people and they get more genuine reactions. But by doing that, they also summon the ghost that will kill them. So the ghosts are mad now and they start cooking and like turning off the lights and messing with the computer. I don't know how the lights just go back on even though I heard the light explode. The squad finds a doll that moved. At first they walked in and the doll was in one place, then when they are all together they walk in and it's a different place. You can check the cameras because some don't believe, even though like everything is filmed. Obviously just one of them moved it. How is everyone panicking? Like touching it won't do anything. It won't just like come to life, bite your finger and run off. You weren't that scared when like demons were sweeping the place, and now a little doll and you're like shitting your pants.
너도 찍지 마.
You have a camera pointed to your face. What do you mean stop shooting? So fun parts come when you don't know if they're messing around or they are actually like being haunted. So there is a generic like shot of like a hole, and like Indiana Jones, you put your hand into that and you like, oh, act. And this person does that and he commits to the bit for way too long. What normal person would do that if they truly believed their hand was pulled? But the girls jump in without being like, please don't mess with the spirits, you know? I can't imagine like them pulling out a knife, stabbing just to like, please spirits, don't kill us. So she puts her hand in it. The fuck, are you all sharing one brain cell?
뭐가?
Shit, that got me so good. So the other guy was just committing to a bit, but she was truly pulled. But now the ghost is just clowning around, pulling her hair. The guy in the tent says like, oh, everybody calm down, nothing happened, nothing changed. She was probably faking. Are you fucking kidding me? Her hand was like crazy forcefully pulled and scratched. What do you mean fake? Also, he was looking at the footage and he sees a shot where someone is filming them, like all of them. Nobody could have filmed them except a ghost. Imagine a ghost vlogging, you know, a day in the life of a ghost. That would be so funny. So the girls had enough and they just run off, and the guys are like smart. They ask for more money just to stay there. Man, chill. Please understand their situation. It's fucking terrifying. So the supernatural starts kicking into a third gear and shit starts flying. And this guy starts flying as well. Holy shit, that was obviously a ragdoll. So the girls that left have like even less good of a time because they have a shot when one of them is standing just quietly, and holy shit, that's like from Blair Witch. You never fuck with that. You turn around and run. So they have this like goofy shot, but it's like unique and scary and interesting. But the other girl just gets abducted by aliens. I don't know what the fuck was that. But she runs off and she reaches the tent. Oh no, she's back in the place. Oh, come on, you already had that shot. Make something. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, he's scary. So they have a little standoff and she dies. So there's also two more people that are trying to get into the 402 room, while the person that survived it comes running around like being stopped. We have to go, we have to go. And the leader calls them idiots for like running around and like being scared, even though he should have seen all the cameras of like people turning into demons and dying basically. I don't know why there wasn't like a reaction cam from him. He's super focused on that million views, even though he's on 990,000 views. I think that's enough of like, why do you need that 10,000? Just wait, maybe you will reach 10,000, but he decides to run into the building himself. Are you fucking stupid? You saw people die. But actually one girl was already in the 402 room and they hear her scream from the door that like was sealed and like nobody has ever opened it. I don't know where the fuck is this flash effect coming from, but I hate it. So the ghost opens the door, and why are you going in? Like the legend has it, the people that walk into this room just basically get the curse of dying, and they're like, oh my god, that effect is so fucking creepy. Holy shit. Imagine like playing that game where like, guess who, you know, but you don't know their name. So only one, the leader, is left. You could have stayed in the tent with your fucking million views and be happy, rich, and just leave. Well, the tent was on the ghost turf, so probably he would be dead as well. So Samara jumps out of the well, walking, and I'll talk about this camera. It follows the ghost, but it's placed in a room where it like captures everything. What's the point of it moving? Have that camera, that single one camera that follows the movement in a place where it's more opened and there is things to follow, not in like a random room. So he reaches the 402 room and he notices that the time is working differently, and holy shit, I love time films, I love time loops. And that moment when he sees himself in the outside, like with a drone scouting around the thing that he did like half an hour ago. Holy shit, that is so terrifying. And like with the drone, he saw someone in the 402 room being hung, and now he hangs. Oh look, the last person is still alive. In that scenario, I would wanna be like, nope, nope, I'm dead, please. But he gets pushed in a wheelchair into the 402 room, never to be seen again. And we cut to the live stream of like only a 500 viewers, and it actually never was like higher than that. The ghost hacked into the mainframe and made the main guy think he was getting a lot of views while he had like a couple hundred watching. And that's the funniest shit. Like all of them went into that thinking they will like make hundreds of thousands of dollars, be famous, million, you know, viewers watching them, like they will be on the news, while there was like couple hundred people like watching them. It's fake. So not going to lie, the film was definitely very scary. It had like the perfect moments where you just like freeze up and you can't like breathe and you can't look away from that like demon looking shit, and they have unique shots, great lighting, well used, like interesting shots, but still staying in that found footage film. I am not a huge fan of found footage. They're like the least favorite subgenre on horror. But damn, I like this film. The characters were very plain, but in a good way. Like, it was easy to empathize her. But in the end of the game, it mattered just like them dying. We were here for the jump scares, for the unique looking like demons. And they accomplished it. I like the film. So, bye bye.